Although we may think that Earth is our planet and we can do as we please, the truth is that we are all just tenants. There are places on Earth where it's best we don't go, whether that be to save the area from being damaged, or to save us from being damaged by the area, or to save us from being damaged by ourselves. These 11 areas have been made illegal to visit.
Brilliant news!
Number 1. Ilha da Queimada, Grande. This is an island off the coast of Brazil that the government has made illegal to visit. Its name is Portuguese for Island of the Big Burn, and it is thought to have got its name from the burning of forestation in a failed attempt to make a banana plantation. It is also known as Island of the Cobra, and this is the reason it is illegal to visit. The burnt island snake is indigenous to the island and exists nowhere else in the world. It's considered an endangered species and therefore its habitat is being protected. It's also one of the most venomous snakes around. If this isn't enough to put you off visiting, it is estimated that there is at least one snake per meter squared of land. That's a total of around 500,000 snakes. Number 2. Surtsey Island. This island is the youngest on Earth. It was made in 1963 and has been protected ever since. It's a valuable asset for studying how life starts on a new landmass. In 1967, moss began to appear. In 1998, the first bush. However, since the discovery of some potatoes that some kids had tried to cultivate, and a tomato plant that took root due to improperly disposed human feces, visits to the island are illegal, and only a few scientists are granted access. Number 3. North Sentinel Island. Home to an indigenous tribe that wishes to remain isolated from the outside world and are very violent to anyone approaching the island. India made it illegal to come within 5 nautical miles of the island in order to protect the tribe's right to isolation and to protect the tribe from diseases they had no immunity to. If this isn't enough to dissuade you, the tribe is extremely violent towards outsiders. In 2006, 2 fishermen who drew too close to the island were killed. And in 2018, a US missionary attempting to preach to the natives was seen being dragged away and is presumed to be dead. Number 4. Pine Gap, Australia. This is a US satellite surveillance base with over 800 employees, 38 radio dishes protected by radomes, and a huge computer complex. It is strategically positioned to capture the signals of US satellites as they pass over China, Eastern Russia, and the Middle East. It is jointly run by the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, the NRO, National Reconnaissance Office, and the NSA, which are 3 ways of saying YNW, you're not welcome. Number 5. Mezgoy Russia. Built in the 1970s, this town is closed to non-residents, and it is illegal to trespass. Rumoured to have a massive 400 square mile underground facility, the creation of the town itself and the reasons for its creation are shrouded in secrecy. The Russian government claimed it was a nuclear bunker for government officials, then later claimed it was a mining site. Others claim that people who live in the city work in the highly secretive bunker under Mount Yamantau, and others claim it hides Russian treasures. Number 6. Pavia Italy. This island, located in the Venetian lagoon, was used as a checkpoint for ships and goods entering Venice. When various cases of the plague were detected, the island became a temporary confinement area and later a quarantine station where the bodies of the dead were cremated. It is thought that over 150,000 bodies were cremated and that half of the island's soil is human ash. In the early 1900s, it was converted into a mental asylum. In the 1930s, a doctor who allegedly practiced lobotomies on his patients threw himself off the bell tower, claiming that the ghosts were driving him mad. Nearby residents claim to hear the bell ring even though it was removed in the 1950s. The island is state-owned and it is illegal to visit, although I can't imagine who'd really want to anyway. Number 7. Nihao Island, Hawaii. Also known as the Forbidden Island, it was bought by Elizabeth Sinclair in 1864 for $10,000 and under the condition that it remained off limits to outsiders. This clause remains to this day, and only descendants of Elizabeth, government officials and invited guests are allowed to set foot on the island. Number 8. Mausoleum of the First Qin Emperor. Although archaeologists are excavating the areas around this massive tomb, they aren't allowed inside. Located in a seismic area, the authorities fear that damages could be caused to the tomb if excavated. High levels of mercury found in the soil around the tomb have also led to fears over the health issues of excavation. Although archaeologists have found 8,000 terracotta warriors believed to have been created to protect the emperor's tomb, it seems that the tomb's greatest defense may be the fear of damaging it. Number 9. Bazladza Monument. This Bulgarian monument was built in the 1970s to commemorate the site of the first Congress of the Bulgarian Communist Party in 1891 and the battle between communist partisans and the Bulgarian army in 1944. The toils of time and its isolated location have led to its decline, and it is illegal to trespass there, for fear of damage being done to the monument or to the trespassers. However, lack of funding means that neither the building nor its security can be maintained, so people visit the area regularly. Number 10. Herd Island. Okay, so this one may not be illegal to go to, but it definitely is nearly impossible to visit. It is the most isolated island in the world and is over 2,000 miles away from an inhabited landmass. The only possible way to visit is by boat, and the trip would take 7 days in extremely windy conditions and sub-zero temperatures. Number 11. The Gates of Hell, Turkmenistan. This hole is located in the Karakum Desert, which is 230 feet or 69 meters wide and has been on fire for 50 years. In 1971, a Soviet drilling rig drilled into a natural cavern full of methane gas. This caused the ground beneath the rig to collapse and drop 98 feet to the cavern floor. In an attempt to avoid huge amounts of methane gas escaping into the atmosphere, the Soviets chose to ignite it, thinking it would burn off in a couple of weeks. 50 years later, and it's still going strong. Although you can visit this crater, you can't get very close as the air around the crater's edge reaches a blistering 270 degrees Fahrenheit. Which of these areas are you annoyed you can't visit? Comment below and subscribe for more.